And from a continent on the brink of a nuclear war, we turn to a country on the brink of a civil war. I'm talking about Israel. The promised land is in the grip of turmoil, the likes of which it has never seen. Have a look at these images. This is Tel Aviv's main highway. Last night, it resembled a war zone. Israelis armed with flags and slogans blocked it for several hours at a stretch. So you think that's bad? Then you have a look at these images. They are from another part of the city. They show the protesters as far as the eye can see, and right in the middle is a banner of Benjamin Netanyahu that is set ablaze with a flamethrower. And in Jerusalem, it was the same story. On Sunday night, protesters gathered outside the president's residence. They were waving Israeli flags and chanting democracy. And these, by the way, are not the only two cities protesting. Have a look at this map. As I speak, every major Israeli city is in the grip of turmoil. Haifa, Netanya, Ashdod, Beersheva, Acre, Holon, besides several others. The question is, why are the Israelis protesting? Well, we have been telling you this for weeks now. It's because of a proposed judicial reform that will curtail the powers of the judiciary. And the protests against the move have been on for quite some time. But you see, over the weekend, they escalated due to the sacking of Israel's defense minister. You heard that right, the sacking of the defense minister, Yoav Gallant. The 64-year-old has been fired from his post because he spoke out against Netanyahu's plan. He said the planned judicial reform is creating a rift in the Israeli society. You have to listen to this.
The events taking place and the issues in Israeli society do not skip the Israeli Defense Forces. Unprecedented feelings of anger, pain and disappointment have risen, and I see the source of our strength eroding. As Minister of Defense of the State of Israel, I emphasize the growing rift in our society is penetrating the IDF and security agencies. This poses a clear, immediate and tangible threat to the security of the state. I will not allow this.
You heard that. I will not allow this. Well, Netanyahu has given him the same message, that he will not allow the defense minister to criticize his plan while staying in office. And so he removed him, told him that he no longer has faith in him. And the fallout has been disastrous. It has been met with disdain, not just by people within Israel, but also by Israelis living abroad. Have a look at this headline. On Sunday, Israel's Consul General in New York announced his resignation. His name is Asaf Zamir. He says he can no longer represent the government and is returning to Israel to join the protests. And it doesn't end there. According to reports, the Israeli embassy in New Delhi is also participating in this protest. In fact, the staff at all Israeli missions in India will apparently be on strike until the proposal is scrapped. Back in Tel Aviv, Israel's major trade unions in the private sector are threatening to launch a general strike if Netanyahu does not scrap his proposal. The union's head saying that this strike will not just impact businesses, but also halt all operations at the Ben Gurion International Airport. Listen to this.
We are going from here to a general strike in the economy. All of us, employers and employees across all the states of Israel, are stopping the judiciary revolution and the madness.
In fact, the protests have reached the parliament as well. Earlier too, Israeli lawmakers tried disrupting a vote on a key bill. Some yelled shame against the government. Others were escorted out of the hall. The opposition leader Yair Lapid said the demonstrations were proof that the current government has become too dangerous for the state of Israel. Too dangerous. Listen to this.
What happened during the past 24 hours is madness. It is a loss of senses and loss of track. It is proof that this government has lost the brakes. It is dangerous for the state of Israel. It endangers Israel's security, and our home is in danger.
So you have citizens, the opposition, the ministers, the diplomats. They are all protesting against Netanyahu's plan. So this, of course, begs the question, what will Benjamin Netanyahu do? Will he save himself or destroy his government? And right now, there is no easy answer to this question. Reports say Netanyahu is for a change considering halting the judicial overhaul. He is apparently conducting legal decisions and could announce his decision by tomorrow. But some of his ministers don't want him to do this. Like Yariv Levin, the Justice Minister of Israel. He says he will resign if Netanyahu scraps the plan. And he, by the way, is not alone in saying so. Some ultra-Orthodox leaders are threatening to do something similar. So Netanyahu is caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. If he refuses to scrap the overhaul, Israel will slip further into anarchy. And if he decides to scrap the overhaul, his own coalition will fall apart and ultimately lead to another election. It is a tough choice that he faces, a choice that he will have to make in the next 24 hours. So what exactly is his decision going to be? We will be keeping a close eye. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.